afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda. Here off Reich Defender over the Fatherland, off here to 1 vs 1 on the Stalingrad map. In this case, we'll imagine it's somewhere in France. Because we're watching here, Storm to SageSix fighting for the United States of America for the 7th Infantry Division. Hastily formed up whatever elements are available to quickly form a blocking group here for Zuna. Fighting for the Reich for the 106th Panther Brigade, Feldherrn Halle, charging forwards in the name of the Reich. We got airborne immediately chosen here by SageSix for Zuna. We've got Jäger Infantry, Osttruppen, and assault support here available. Several grenadiers on the way, and we got SageSix with 3 rear echelons and a 4th unit on the way already there. So that's definitely a lot of infantry that is being poured in to the battle. It also looks like they updated the Rex as well for the Panzer IVs. Intriguing. Got the Pioneers rushing ahead there. No points being connected there. Looks like they'll be the job with the Grenadier. And we've got, well, a very early munitions cast there from SageSix. Very early. Question is, of course, what is he exactly intending with it? Is going to be sort of upgrade for example, the Paratroopers and rocket strafes. It's going to be for BARs and bazookas, or what is exactly he is intending here? It's definitely a bit interesting to note then. Certainly not what you'd usually expect to see. There's a kill best for Zuna, of course. I mean, he's not really gaining so much territory because, again, basically, in part here, Sage's strategy is basically just flooding the map and gaining of map control as rapidly as possible. For Zuna, of course, he's probably still expecting just to fight, you know, some riflemen at some point. He's not expecting to be facing off against 4 rear echelons and whatever might happen there on. We got barbed wire going up here as well, basically to deny cover to the Krauts. There you go, first engagement. Rear echelons 10 to 5 from the Grenadier. Rifle shots going up there versus the carbines. Rear echelons falling back. Looks like he's going to see if he can't buy himself time and basically delay Zuna as much as possible. Who's firing up to 3 Grenadier squads, no MD-42s, no snipers or mortars so far. And we got another munitions case here. In this case, I do have to sort of say the positioning does seem a bit questionable. He'd probably been a bit off here rather than right here, which is a lot more out of the open, a lot more, you know, direct. Whereas this one is sort of a bit more shielded due to the rain. Generally, there's a lot less activity. Basically, it's a bit like this point. So, this, yeah, not going to say that was a vastly clever positioning there by Sage of the 6. We got the rear echelons there, 2 units being forced away. And so far, Zuna has not encountered a single rifle. Of course, question is what he's thinking. Got fighting positions going here, and that might be part of what all this munition is going to be going for. Upgrades for that. 4 Grenadiers, no support weapons. We do got the Jäger Infantry upgrade here chosen. Jäger Infantry. Few of them being taken, and there we go, fighting position then set up to cover the set one. Few point. Rear, there's someone sitting up position there, rifle, nope, getting out. He could, of course, wire off some things here to ensure he can't be flanked. And they have to run into the MG, that might be an idea, but looks like he's not doing that. Trying here to deal with the fighting munitions cast, that's going to take quite a bit of time there. Zuna, not what I'd describe as wildly recommendable. Not what I'd describe as wildly recommendable, except we've got rear echelons moving elsewhere. What's going on here? We got a lieutenant on the way there for SageSix. Could be he's running up for them 20. Might be using the munitions for that. Who knows? But something that resembles a bit more frontline troops there for him. Looks like he finally got that munitions canister. They took a lot of action there. We got rear echelons being pushed away. But he didn't reinforce them. Or something happened either way though. They're running away. God damn it! Run away! Points there being secured. Mine engagement here, rear echelons again. Not really fighting well. We got an M20 on the way. There looks like SageSix is ready to turn the tables against Zuna. Even as he's losing a lot of territory and a single munitions cache. Rear echelons there reinforcing. Lieutenant moving out, and there you go. Got Pioneers to the fire there. Lieutenant moving in to clear out those damn Krauts. Grenadiers moving out there, even as a rear echelon unit that's being hunted off. Maybe even finished off there. So a bit of fighting here, somewhere in the ruins of Lorraine. Alsace-Lorraine, which did see some action in the later stages. So the first setback here for Zuna. We got some aggressive telemarks going up here. Not bad, not bad. Thinking let's just hope Sage does not spot it, otherwise that's, yeah, rather ruin it. And he did not cancel, so in which case I imagine there's going to be a swift minesweep response eventually here from Sage. He might of course forget it, in which case the M20 could rapidly hit it. But that does not seem like we got an M. So an MG42 there to support things after all the infantry, although again it does feel like it can be a bit risky if you're not careful. Even with the telemine out, because you know there's other approaches on this map. So if anything, I do find that it's highly risky here by Zuna. M20 moving in there, getting off a lot of shots. They're immediately killing 3 units. Well, he's getting a lot of kills there. Panther fast going off. Damaging the engine. Sadly, he does not have munitions for a second Panther fast there, and he will have to get out of there very quickly unless Zuna fancies losing infantry here. Entire squad. So he got a second Panther fast. Dick off here against the M20. Almost got it, but sadly, if he can't finish it off, the M20 will easily be able to repair, rendering it all for naught, basically. Which is definitely not really workable there for Zuna, since that's basically then a lot of munitions that got wasted on that. We got a reaction unit that did go down here before the might of the Third Reich. There you go, forcing him back here. Vehicle crew actually got out of there just in case, it seems. We got a take up there like the Mechanist Company Scout on the way here for Zuna and the Panzer Brigade. MG42 here being locked forwards and set up there to deal with the Army Lieutenant. Reserves they're almost killed off. Repairs, Lieutenant. Nothing further sign of anything here from Sage. He could go for Pathfinder, so I'm guessing though he's going to wait for the Paratroopers to really get things done. And 20 on the move again. Might see another Panzerfaust here from Zuna though again. One of our course inside first to force a bit away at the same time. He does feel a bit like a waste at the moment. Particularly since it does put him further away from actually getting his 221 here to a 222. And that's with some firepower they can actually deal here with that M20 utility car. And there you go, 221 on the job. So Dieter, why do they have a bigger gun than us? And he's actually gone for a second M20 now. This is definitely regular. You rarely see an American player actually go for more than one M20, but in this case, Sage is going in pretty heavy there. A smaller patrol here ready to deal with the Krauts. Cut them down. And potentially lay down some mines. But it certainly gives us a bit of a mobile striking force there versus the heavy grenadier force. And even there, single 2-1 will actually fight up. Even if it comes a 2-2 will find itself struck here versus 2 M20s and their 50 caliber machine guns, which did pack a bit of punch there versus lighter armored vehicles. Got some non-engagement here, but overall the grenades are not looking too good there for Zuna either. He could consider Pack 40. He could also consider trying to rapidly take on as soon as possible, because that would also certainly one thing sort of help deal with these M20s. Really cutting down the grenadiers now. Starting to... no. Looks like the mine did get cleared out. It rather looks like the minesweepers has vanished. Oh well. Bit of lot of shooting there. We got an airdrop going in here for Sage, and it's going in pretty aggressively by the fuel point. Close to the front, and you see M20s continue to sort of tear their way through Zuna's lines. There we go. 222 firing away most merrily. Doing a decent bit of damage there to the M20s. That's going to have to force them away. Or, well, of course, they could both pop out of their cars and basically go with bazookas against a 222, which could actually very quickly finish it off, if not cautious. Pack 40 arriving. 222 continues here. Staying at a respectful distance so he doesn't get too closer to the 50 calibers, but also avoids a direct hit from bazooka right away. We got the paratroopers here, no upgrades yet, no upgrades. Holy! Oh dear. I believe that is what you call a misclick. Accidentally left that M20 behind. God damn it, I left the keys in. We got the paratroopers dealing with the 222. Almost getting it, almost, but looks like just barely here. Zuna managed to escape.
Orders. Point secure.
Grenadiers, MG4 moving up more grenadiers here. Will he go for Brownings? Will he go for submachine guns? Of course, in these sort of quarters here, submachine guns will do well, in particular with tactical assault. He can quickly sort of overwhelm any German infantry he catches in these narrow quarters and wipe them up potentially. That is rather the strength of the tactical assault. Right here, Lieutenant, almost taken out here by the Germans. Die Deutsche Soldaten. Paratrooper Unit 2 dropping in there. And there we go, securing that M20, which they so heroically abandoned previously.
Serial down. Paratroopers ready.
No further response here from Zuna, except that Pack 40. Shots fired there, M20 took quite a hit. Looks like he'll lose it. No, smoke screen laid down. Pack 40 fires in the dark and doesn't quite connect, except with the ground. Meaning up. Interesting enough, he's not upgraded or done anything to it. Sure, at least they have to attack it head on. That could also be beneficial there for Sage. Some tank traps, barbed wire and the likes. Then moving up here, building under fire. Still no upgrades for the paratroopers in sight, despite having all that ammunitions. There you go, M20 is being repaired again. Center point being scored, we got some gear for the food being handed out to Zuna's Grenadier. Paratroopers going straight here for the armoured car. Forcing it away, actually. MD-42 and Pack 40 falling back as well here in the face of the Screaming Eagles assault. Meanwhile, going to continue up though. They are not to be forced back here by those damn armies. Meanwhile, M20 strike in the center. The utility cars going in for the Jaguar on those Grenadiers. 9 and 3 kills. There's a 12 kills so far. Pack 40 being manhandled through the ruins here. The shattered and sundered roads. Once travelled greatly, not quite so much anymore. And we got Sage here laying down some mines for zone, certainly delaying any upgrades for the paratroopers. And looks like one unit has gone to the big paradrop in the sky and is dead. Likely the units here were forgotten briefly by Sage, which rather resulted in a small victory for Deutschland. And the vehicles going through here is definitely going to hurt, and could certainly ruin any sort of immediate assault there by Zuna if he gets any armor, or for that matter, a scout car if he gets a bit bold. No tech up though, of course that's going to have to happen considering he went for Jaeger infantry. M20 went down there. Quick shot there by the Pack 40, lit on firing behind the bazooka. Only one M20 left here for Sage. Major not really moving about though. Imagine Sage is going to go for the Sherman as soon as he can possibly get, in fact, which is right now. He's got the manpower, he's got the fuel. Now he just needs the will to press that button. There's though moving up with the bazooka. Pried out of the fried hands of a dead American, and there we go, following up with a Panther Faust. Leaving a second M20 afire. Meanwhile, Grenadiers got close enough where the rifle grenades can't really be used, it seems. This is why he should have upgraded that with a 50 caliber previously. Got more paratroopers here, but it's definitely a very unusual strategy here by Sage. I mean, sort of grab a lot of territory, then basically play for M20s and paratroopers as infantry. It's definitely not usual stuff. We got a grenade here, and scout car does not move, instead takes the hit. Like, well, not a man really, since, you know, it's an armoured car. Panzer Grenadier there on the way for Zuna to help with things in the closer quarters of the map. So far, no upgrades for the paratroopers. Not enough munitions, going for all other sorts of things here. But again, that fuel point there. Zuna, though, has been a night bit of fuel here. Sage is holding on to it quite nicely and stuff. He's not going for the Sherman. He could have done that rather rapidly, and I think overwhelmed Zuna, or at least threatened to overwhelm him. Since he's only got one Pack 40, and considering these ruins, I mean, a Pack 40 here can easily be outmaneuvered by a tank and cleared out. Since there's a lot of, well, you know, sharp corners and the likes. MG-42 stone away here by the paratroopers. Bold, bold. Considering all the paratroopers, by the way, he definitely should consider some pathfinders to lay down the beacons, because remember, paratroopers can reinforce near the beacons laid down by pathfinders, which could give him a force that could, you know, doesn't have to retreat all the bloody goddamn time. So I think would be a good idea there for him. But he's on the left flank, forced away despite having just pulled that bazooka all the way up there. We got the Panzer Grenadier here, moving up towards the centre. Schnell, schnell! Checks his corners and all that. There we go, Lieutenant with a encounter of the 222 kind. Quickly suffering rather staggering casualties as the autocannon makes mincemeat out of them. But this type of Panzer Grenadier would actually been very common in the Panzer Brigades. There was sort of an attempt sort of more modern formations, though again they rather never really got much training. We've got a Sherman there on the way for Sage, finally. One would expect it sooner out, but apparently delayed it a bit. Otherwise some armor there would be out, and Zuna will only really have the Pack 40 at the moment to deal with. But he's actually taken it himself, aiming for some armor as well there for Deutschland. A few shots there from the Major. There we go, Sherman tank arriving, the M4A3. Workhorse of the American Armored Forces for quite a bit. Armored car clearing out here, we got the Major trying to hold back the Krauts heroically. But probably not really working for long. Though of course he might just be hoping for the Sherman to arrive. There we go, 50 caliber going up as well. Pioneer dead. Large engagement, we've got both Paratrooper squads leading the assault there. Relying on the M1 carbines to quickly clear out those cracks. Might see the squad here going down the Gewehr 43s. While certainly more powerful than the carbines. Can't really respond to that much firepower. And there we go, unit lost there for Zuna. Panther are going to have to deal with that one instead. Quickly cutting down some of those Paratroopers there with the Sturmgewehrs or MP44s, which was basically the name before their Führer renamed it to something a bit more impressive. There we go, Paratrooper unit wiped out again. Sage is a bit too slow there, I think they're retreating at times. In this case, that's rather giving Zuna here some time to clear out those expensive Paratroopers. Meanwhile, the Sherman is making good progress here versus the German infantry, doing what they can there from a crater with a bazooka, but that's not quite cutting it. That is not quite cutting it. We've got a support crop there for Zuna. We've got a Scot on the way here to probably help with all, of course, the terrain here. A Scot might help with the infantry, though, of course, it might help with the armor that's going to be inbound soon here for Deutschland. More Grenadier here for Zuna. Seems like he's very intent on having sort of a certain mix of infantry, which involves 4 Grenadiers at all times. Interesting to note that some players like to do that, others, you know, just sort of feel like they just need a basic of infantry. And generally, I would personally always recommend you about have 3 infantry squads at all times as a minimum. Some armies can benefit from about 4, but generally 3 is a good minimum to have. 5, as sort of the game progresses, is not bad either, though. Beyond that, and you're rather pushing it, I feel, in terms of having an army that's not really balanced in terms of capabilities. Panther Grenadier making good progress with Deutschland. Second Sherman on the way. Sage clearly playing into a lot of it, taking advantage of all the fuel he gained initially, thanks to those M20s, which could pressure Zuna a lot and keep him off the fuel points. So in that regard, you know, his strategy, while odd, did seem to have an effect, but it is beginning to answer some problems because now he's lacking infantry, he's basically lacking something that can sort of stall Zuna as he gets a lot more punch in his forces, Panzer Grenadier, scout cars, all that. And in that regard, that's really the problem there with SageSix force composition. He lacks something else sort of afterwards, you know, hold back Zuna. He might have once actually had in some 50 calibers or something similar. Grenadiers make good use of the ruins to quickly creep up down this Sherman, get off a Panzerfaust. Second Sherman moving out. Moving up the right flank to support the Paratroopers there. Grenadiers are forced away. Pack 40 there, opening up the Sherman. The Sherman needs to get rather far away. And there we go, we got a smoke screen being laid down. Close the flank up with the bazooka. There we go, nice shot. You might see the Sherman here actually being lost. Sage is having a hard time navigating the ruins. He's rather managed to drive himself into an area that's not really high on it. Right, though, might see. There we go, the first Yankee Panzer kaput.
We just lost a medium tank. Boy, we just got promoted.
And we got a Panther fall down the way for Zuna. And meanwhile, we got another Sherman opening here rather far on the right flank. A bit exposing itself. Need to be careful with that, otherwise he does risk losing it. Also looks like he's got a bulletin for increased armor on it, which overall I'd say doesn't really have an effect. By the way, Sage really sticking to his strategy as well. We've got more paratroopers being dropped in. More paratroopers. Grenadiers being reinforced. The bazooka is definitely proving a bit helpful here versus the Yankees. The Major holding up here. Veterancy too. You got that Panther 4 almost ready. für Zuna. And there we go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 rolling in. Pioneers a bit of trouble there, falling back as the Paratroopers advance. Still no sign of a single upgrade here for the Paratroopers, by the way. You really should consider something. There we go. Massive rush here towards the Paratroopers, Grenadiers, and Scout Car. Going to have to fall back up the Sherman moving in. He could break through the wall here for a bit of extra surprise there versus the crouch. But looks like he does. He's taking over hit, and the Scout Car might get it, might get it, might get it. Ah! Chooses to escape. Might get the Grenadiers. Got a Pack 40 joining in. Panther 4 moving in as well. Grenadier wiped out. Looks like another reassuring unit was left. At least he didn't lose another Paratrooper squad. That would definitely have hurt Sturmtiger Sage quite a bit. No, it was actually the Lieutenant. Never mind. And the BAR was dropped there for Hans and Helmut to make use of. You might see a Paratrooper squad nonetheless. Well, basically wiped out here. Sage is rather, I feel, overreaching his hand considering the force composition he has and how much he can actually sort of really afford to lose. In that regard, he is feeding some easy casualties there to Zuna at the moment, which is, you know, generally something you want to be cautious of. Got another drop there, in this case, an anti-tank gun dropping in. And the M1. More Grenadiers, he's not considering additional plans, because again, he seems very much bent on just sort of sticking to that specific composition in terms of infantry. Which is certainly interesting to note. There we go, using the vehicle crews to recruit. Pretty much also the only thing he can really use to reinforce with, unless he wants it to be even more expensive with the paratroopers. So again, there are some problems here with SageSix force composition, which in the longer term can cause a lot of problems. Since it's not exactly cheap, amongst other things, it's not really one that can actually suffer a lot of casualties. As you might have noticed with this playstyle, it is one prone towards that. So, you know, one might feel you should rather if you had it added in rifle company or something else, something which can absorb losses a bit better than the way he's currently doing it. Certainly armor might have been an idea. With assault engineers instead, certainly... Oh, mine went off there with an accidental shot. Plus the engineers were a bit better in the closer quarter back now to taking arriving anyways. Panther 4 to 5. We got armor piercing rounds of meeting here, not bad at all, increasing the penetration there with the Sabo rounds there. Panther 4 down to half health there. Making good use of that anti-tank gun, by the way. Definitely making things difficult here for Zuna's Panzerkampfwagen. Yeah. Panzer gun here, Grenadiers moving up as well. Need to clear that thing out. Then again, the Major needs to get out before he's lost. Right now, it is time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation here is for SageSix rather desperate. He's got armor, he's got anti-tank guns, he's got very little infantry. Compare with Zuna, he's got armor, he's got scout cars, he's got plenty of infantry. He's got a Pack 40. Though, and he's got no MG42. That one is what his opponent stole away from him. But overall, things are looking a bit risky and a bit hairy here for Sage. He could, of course, play for more armor, but he's rather going to need to deliver some serious casualties to Zuna and somehow turn this side. He's also got most of the victory points. I suppose he's got some time to give off there, but at the same time, he can't afford to hang around for too long either. And he needs to sort of see if he can't keep denying fuel to Zuna, since that's definitely also something that is helping SageSix there in the longer term as well, and certainly allowing him to keep, well, adding those tanks to the field, whereas again Zuna so far has only got a single Panther 4, and there's going to be quite some time before he can add a second tank here to the proceedings. But there's definitely a lot of threats here and a lot of things to consider here for SageSix if he wants to sort of really win this. And in part of that, again, he needs to be a bit more considerate with his infantry, because so far he has a tendency of overextending it and isolating it and getting it killed. Same with his tanks. There's definitely some problems there, I feel, for SageSix. With Zuna, I mean, a fuel cache might be a nice thing to sort of help offset again the fact he's not getting a lot of fuel. Then you can, of course, consider getting more Panzers, or if he feels, you know, bold and confident and feel like, you know, I've got a chance, he could consider taking up and going for a Panther or Sturm Panzer 4 here. That might certainly also work out. But a cache, I think, would be a good idea. Fuel, and maybe also munition to sort of fuel things here. For example, light artillery and super close air support could also be a bit of help here on the map. But let's return to the fight. Paratroopers here need to get away. They are veterans here too, but it doesn't really help them if they're dead. Sage really has a nasty habit of, you know, pushing his luck a bit beyond what's sensible, I feel. There we go, another Sherman on the way. Another Sherman. And there we go, the Major gave his life for America. And there you go. Panther goes straight into the MG42, quickly getting suppressed. Geballte Ladung! Schnell, Dietrich! Getting most of them, but not the gunner, actually. And there you go, Veterans who won. Veterans who won. Panther focusing on repairs here from the Pioniere. He could consider getting another Pioneer unit, but so far, SageSix unit composition not looking too bright. Preparing that Sherman. Paratroopers could soon get themselves some Thompsons, and again with tactical assault, he could use sort of quickly clear out a unit here and there. We got a mortar on the way, actually interesting enough here for Zuna. But there you go, another Sherman. Another Sherman to help here at the front lines. Go throw back to Krauts. And Zuna's going for a munitions cache himself. Not a fuel cache, but a munitions cache. And going out here, he seems to be sort of very focused on the fuel points initially, and that's certainly not a bad proceeding there for Sage. I mean, if he deny the fuel to his opponent, he can easily, as the Americans, gain a tech advantage. And thus, quickly build up an armor advantage as well versus his opponent. That's certainly always something you want to be considered of when playing as to the armor versus the Americans. We got an MG42, got an anti-tank gun here. Grenadiers, Panzers moving ahead. MG42, they're going quickly going up. And it is Veterans who won. You could even add in some armor-piercing rounds who won. Some rifle grenade, they'll quickly kill Jack and Larry. And then Bobbert goes down. There you go, Sherman moving up, getting the Panzer Grenadier. Up close to the 50 carbon, high closer rounds. Panzer Grenadiers need to get out of there before they're lost. As they're getting forced away there. Heavy loss inflicted by the MG42 and the Sherman. Mortify going, Panther is almost right onto the Pack 40. It could be quick cleared out. I think Panther 4 moving up to help cover things up though. And apparently also roll a bit through the rubble. Nothing further here for Zuna. For Sage, not much else either. He's not getting more troops. He's getting another Sherman. He's really sort of adding in armor. Apparently, whatever infantry the infantry has been able to sort of pull in has ceased, or at least almost dried up. So now they have to rely on armor. Grenadier listening through with a give air for the fist. They're getting caught by the Germans. High close rounds flying from left and right. Panther fast went off. But casualty. Oh, there we go. Wiped out. Zuna suffers another loss. Save our heroes of Deutschland. Back to full strength. Panther here trying to hunt them down, but not really catching them. Pack 40 sitting up here though, leaving this very open. Keeping that anti-tank gun in good shape, at least the crew at least, is not a bad idea. And if you get that to Veterans 1, you can use take aim, which will definitely gives SageSix a bit more potency versus Zuna. It's tanks anyways. Not so much versus the infantry, obviously. Paratroopers moving up. Quick grenade there. Interesting enough, he's not upgrading them at all. Quite surprised at that. Normally you'd see Paratroopers being upgraded, but so far there's been nothing of that at all. The closest we got to an upgrade for them is the guys who picked up the MG42 here and is manning it. There we go. We got an armoured column out here in that regard. That's really SageSix only real advantage at the moment. That's the massive amount of armor he's managed to build up compared to Zuna, who's not really getting a lot of fuel, and who's actually now taking up. He's going for the 3rd tier. He might be realising, you know, he's facing off against a lot of Shermans. He's rather figuring in this case, you know, then I could try and match him tank for tank, or I could just get a really big one. He's going to have a harder time matching. I'm guessing that's why he's thinking there with the potential Panther. In particular, considering sort of the layout of the map, Panther could certainly take advantage of that, sort of be even stronger. Plus, with the anti-tank gun, the Panther would have a better chance of actually striking off at least some of the shots. So our ability would also be a potential there for him. Panther getting caught by the grenade. Paratroopers doing what they can, but forced away. Interesting enough, Sage is not adding in more infantry. He's got plenty of manpower. Part of me really would have liked to see some Need to switch over to armor piercing rounds. But there we go. We got the anti-tank gun. We got armor piercing rounds going off there. Anti-tank gun though firing from the Germans. Panther 4 down to half health. Veterans one available. Take aim could help a bit there. Pack 40 taking heavy losses. But the crew still keeps fighting. And Sherman almost knocked out. Can you escape here? No. Panther Faust. Sherman wrecked. Bit too bold there. MG42 needs to get away. It is Infantry 2, but it will soon be lost here to the Reich. Or well, regained, I suppose, by the Reich. But lots of manpower here. No usage of it, though. No usage of it here by Sage.
Warning orders, gang.
Definitely think you should consider calling in some more troops at the moment.
Grenadiers, ready. Send your orders. Yeah. On your feet, ladies.
Good lord, someone's actually using take aim. Impressive. And note, it does give you noticeably more range, including line of sight. So it's really a nice ability. But there we go. He did make one mistake. He's dropped it right next to a victory point. Right next. And in that case, the response was rapid. A quick barrage there from artillery to knock it out. In fact, completely destroying the anti-tank gun. That's actually going to hurt Sage, because that again was a veteran anti-tank gun, which could otherwise provide him quite the security there versus enemy Panthers. Got the heavy Panther co-op. There's going to be a while here before Zuna does have the resource to get a Panther. And soon Sage can actually get another Sherman as well. Of course, he's going to have to sort of push it properly to gain an advantage. Otherwise, the Panther will quickly unravel any gains made by Sage.
On your feet, ladies.
So it's a bit of a high-risk gamble here by Sage, though of course he's probably not expecting his opponent to go for a Panther. While I do note that it's actually a slightly increasing number of players beginning to use Panthers. I mean, it's probably not such a huge part of the meta game anyways at the moment. For just what some expect SageSix to actually expect a Panther. Oh, we might see the armored car finally go down. Panthers, they take some losses. Veteran 2 for the Sherman. Definite problems there for Zuna's Truppen. Just needs a bit more manpower and call in another Sherman. You got an MG42, by the way, dropped. Looks like Sage lost that as well. Veteran defeating the Paratroopers. Still no sign of an upgrade. Still no sign of an upgrade. This is highly risky, by the way. Looks like he's using the Paratroopers here. Low on health. Veteran to flee. No. Oh, he's actually doing. He needs to retreat those. Yeah, we go. Dangerous work there by Sage. Put it mildly. Panzer here. Sherman's quick work. There you go. Under 5 for the pack 40. Target weak point could work nicely here. Target civic point. Ach, scheiße. But where is the weak point? It's a Sherman. Yeah, just shoot anywhere. It's just a name anyway. Anyways, there we go. Panther quickly makes short work without MG42. The crew was too low on health to not even survive, you know. A quick, well, cleaning there with the machine guns. There we go. Finally got some paratroopers upgraded here with Thompsons. I'm surprised it took him almost half an hour to even consider. He's, of course, also got actually attacked us off. Right now, I think, though those angry Germans bang down on them, it wouldn't really work out. Still got a grenade there, which is quickly dodged. So that could possibly have been a bit better executed there. But soon, Zuna will be able to call in the Panther. Of course, he might just aim for the Sturmpanzer 4 instead to help deal with the infantry. But I'm guessing he's more focused on the armor. Of course, the fact that Sage is slowly building up an armored force, and in fact, he could call in another one. He could also consider Noah Jackson. But versus Panzer 4s, a lot of players also, you know, again, once they already got the advantage, you know, just tends to go for a lot of Shermans, basically swarm that and then deal with infantry pretty quickly afterwards. So in that regard, you know, the logic does check out, but obviously he's forgetting a few other potential factors because he's probably not used to encountering them. But Panther is on the way. Zuna regaining the MG42, so tragically lost in the beginning of the match.
Capture complete.
Sherman almost done. Panther halfway. Go, engagement up. Still need to switch out to armor piercing rounds though. Armor piercing. the same time, engaging the vehicle crew. Vehicle crew needs to get in. Got the anti-tank gun ready. Caught by the Panther 4 though. Third Sherman ready. Panther almost ready. Quick Panther here versus Sherman. Bounces off though. There's the almost wiping there. Going to tank gun. With armor piercing rounds blasting away at that Panther 4. Advance up in right flank being lost on the other hand. Paratroopers having minor success. You can get cleared off again. Use tactical assault. But they go mortify. And veterans, 3 Panther are proving to be a massive obstacle there for SageSix paratroopers.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
The armored assault continues up here. Zuna doing what he can here to stall the advance of the Sherman with this Panther 4 until the Panther arrives. The Panther comes back in front. Achtung. And that's definitely going to cause a bit of problem there for Sage. He's got an anti-tank, of course, the armor piercing round would probably help, but at the same time, the Panther still presents, I imagine, a bit of a shock there for Sage. Panther 4 almost knocked out. And there you go. No, it's abandoned. It's abandoned. He's got munitions for armor piercing round. He also needs to use take aim to increase the range and line of sight. There we go. There we go. Panther almost knocked out. Can he get it? No, Panther escapes here, couldn't get a hit on it. Sherman cooked up, Panther 4 abandoned. Panther rolling over the sliver of health. We've got 1 Sherman left, but it's far away here. He might try and catch it, I suppose, catching the mortar actually, but if he actually were to move in here, he would catch the Panther from the rear, knock it out with an arm piercing round. Paratroopers Pants gun is making run for the Panther 4, and the paratroopers grab it. Oh, they get out, they get in. He's worried, he's probably a bit paranoid, but there you go, he gets in, and there you go, kills the Panther gun. It is, gets Veteran G2. Gets Veteran to the Panther 4. We got a Panther fast on the engine, not knocking it out. In a sheer amount of luck, otherwise that could have been a complete wipe there of the paratroopers. But now they're escaping it again. Fight is definitely getting a bit crazy here around a single Panther 4. If he can get that away, of course, he might have life, but no! He wrecked it with the anti-tank gun, deeming it lost and unable to be covered here. But Panther Hawks survive, catching the Sherman and Panther Faust. Lends us an easy target here. Panther moving in for the kill. Trying to repair it, but coming under fire for the Panther. Repair attempt failed. Sherman is in deep doo-doo. As the Panther gives it the high velocity 25mm treatment. And there we go. Sherman down. Sherman down. And here versus the paratroopers. Anti-tank gun falling back.
Enemy contact. Yes.
Paratroopers need to fall back. Got another unit arriving in Zuna. Got 3 paratrooper squads here for Sage.
Sherman ready.
Another Sherman here for Sage as well. Need to get those paratroopers out there. Veterans here 3. Sage, what are you doing? Get them out of there. Close to getting them wiped out there. Grenade there. Still no sign of tactical assault. Oh, looks like the veterans. Oh yeah, the Panther were lost there to the paratroopers and the Panther 4, so he had to replace them. Mortar fire versus the MD-40 in the building here. Kind of is in a position where he can't quite shoot back. Sherman moving out to secure the right hand side, but overall not looking too good here for Sage. Victory point advantage, lifting away his opponent has a Panther. And the infantry count keeps piling up here. Here would be a good time for a tactical assault to again basically increase the DPS briefly. Very close. Slap not. Ah! Oh, managed to round the corner there, escaping a death again. But there's been a lot of armoured casualties on this piece of ruined city. Got the anti-tank gun moving up. I suppose we can catch the Panther and knock it out with the anti-tank gun. He might still have a chance, and certainly with take aim, he certainly has a bit better range here to sort of catch it off guard. and certainly also hunted with. Still rather risky. We've got the armor piercing rounds available, and there we go, immediately pops them. Panther takes hit, we've got Veteran 2 up, Veteran 2. Shot bounced. And there's Panther advancing, Paratrooper, there we go, another hit going through the front arm of the Panther. Slowly closing in then, Veteran 2 fleet. He moves ahead, straight into the outer fire there of the Panther. I mean, anti-tank gun, I mean. The Sherman does move into the outer fire there of the Panther. Bit of an odd decision there, I think, by Sage. And again, he might be just to give more time. There we go, almost got the Panther, Panther does quickly backtrack here. Sherman is too poorly damaged and repaired to actually get anywhere and hunt it down, otherwise he might have been able to get it. Pack 40 moving up here to cover any direct immediate rushes to knock it out and finish it off. Panther almost Veteran 2 there with the Schützen. And the anti-tank, if it hits Veteran 37, is also going to be a problem, since we have to fire faster and have more penetration, which combined with the range and the armor piercing rounds can actually make it a very, very lethal anti-tank gun. Panzerwerfer now on the way for Zuna. That's a bit rare to see. The Panzerwerfer. Technically, though, the Panzer Brigades did not have them. They had Stukas Fuß and mortar half-tracks in general. What they did not have was Panzerwerfers. They were rather exclusive Panzer divisions, but I suppose they might have gotten it from somewhere else. To help support the push through here. He should consider some more pioneers to speed up repairs. That Panther is going to take a bit of a while though before it's finished, and still, he's not really using tactical assault. I mean, it is a part, I think, of using, Thompsons for something, because these tactical assault, well used, you can basically wipe a unit in a second or two before your opponent can react. It's really not something to take lightly. 80-40 flanked by the Panzer Grenadier. Assault on the mortar crew. Almost got it, almost. Had he used tactical assault, he could have gotten it. Back 44 back, and there we go, we got the Panzerwerfer up. Basically firing the same rockets as on the Needlewerfer, by the way. And there you go, Paratrooper, look, they'll be wiped here by the Panzer Grenadiers on retreat. Again, Sage rather overextending his units and getting them killed, which overall allows Zuna several chances of punch. But still, he managed to grab a lot of territory despite the massive casualties. I mean, he's maintaining good pressure, but at the same time, it's a very heavy trade-off. He keeps making their territory for men. It's not really something he can keep up, though he can get another Sherman again, though he's not doing so. Though really, with a Panther out, he should consider Jackson or another anti-tank gun. Just playing for Shermans is now going to be definitely risky, to put it mildly. Go, Panther straight into the line of fire here. Armor piercing rounds up as well. There we go, Veteran 2-3, Sherman getting out of there. We're getting behind here, the wall. The walls crumble, Panther's going to head into the MD-42. Bun grenade down the anti-tank, does not clear it out, need to turn about, turn about, help cover the Sherman. Turn. Veteran 2 on the Panther though. Shot, hit a wall again. Incendiary armor picking onto the MD-42 stops the Panzer Grenadier assault. The center though has been rather smashed apart at the moment. And we're getting another Sherman here again. He should consider some more troops though, more boots on the ground. I suppose he's just waiting again for an additional Sherman. He's certainly fond of those Shermans. And again, had Zuna not aimed for a Panther, he probably would have been viable to keep. I mean, in theory he could have done, but the problem is he's lost so many Shermans before the Panther arrived. I mean, with a Panther and Sherman, you generally want to have a good number of them, sort of properly envelop it and flank it. Rather, he's currently got one or two, which is not necessarily in particular versus a Veteran 2 Panther, beats his advantage. I mean, it can be done, but it's rather relying an awful lot on luck. More dragon grenade, failed to make any impression on this Grenadier. 40 kills, by the way. Most of those probably been paratroopers. Paratroopers wiped. Paratroopers wiped.
Awaiting order. Get ready, guys. They're hitting our flank. Sherman ready to go.
Got the info crew in a bit of trouble. There's there, getting cut down, stopped. There you go, damaged engine. Needs to fall back, got the anti-tank gun here. There you go, another shot there. Mortar fire going down. Panther rolling back here, but the anti-tank gun keeps firing. Mortar rounds are going down here. Panther almost knocked out. Panther there for taking heavy hits as well as the Sherman flanks in. He might actually have a chance if he can flank in with the Sherman if he can do so fast enough. I actually can do so from here, but problem is his other Sherman is not exactly roadworthy. But there you go. Game over. Game over. Sage gives up the fight here. Victory for Deutschland and its Panzerwaffe. But definitely an unusual playstyle, then unusual strategy there by SageSix. It might have worked out, but the problem was again with his playstyle, though he kept throwing way too many men. He was making too aggressive trade-offs. And with the force composition he had, that's not really something he could do. So in that regard, you know, SageSix was slowly crippling himself. That was some slight tendency with the problems in the Shermans as well, also left a bit off guard there with what you probably wasn't expecting again. A Panther in that regard, you know, Zuna made a very good reaction there and basically, you know, cut off SageSix further strategy there. And in that regard, SageSix really couldn't, you know, properly adapt to it. I mean, the anti-tank was great with promise. He needed something then to sort of hunt down and finish off the Panther. And, you know, the problem wasn't part, you know, he kept off the infantry well, and he has never really had enough Shermans to sort of quickly take all paths, sort of quickly find the one that worked and get the Panther. Had he done that, it might have worked. But again, I mean, it was close to working. It was close to working, but basically the Panther was really sort of the bit where it basically became too unsustainable. I also felt again he should upgrade those paratroopers earlier and got them some, you know, use tactical assault on them. But interesting nonetheless. And overall, nice reacted there by Zuna, held on. Overall, make good use of his, well, give air for it. He didn't really make much use of the docks, and I would have liked to have seen a bit more out of that, but that's about it, really. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you some ideas from the matches. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send a replay and apply some feedback in the comment section. If this is Imperial Dancing, cheers, and thank you for watching. Cheers.